Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope you are having a nice day. I am headed up Laurel Canyon, and so this is our check-in time for my vlog, which I'm starting to get kind of a rhythm. It's not perfect, obviously, but thank you for joining me to see what's going on in my neck of the woods in Los Angeles, the city I live in, the city she loves me, and I love my city. So it's March. Happy spring. I hope you enjoyed St. Patrick's Day and that you had wonderful time with your friends and family, or that you're having extra luck or something wonderful. I'm very happy because as a bookkeeper, this is like peak tax season time for me, and I can, as my mother would say, I can smell the barn. I know that I'm going to be landing home very soon. I just have a couple of clients I need to wrap up, but the majority of them can file their taxes. Woohoo! So this is a huge relief, because after the 2023 season, that got everybody in California got an extension, and a lot of people took advantage of it. And people who didn't take advantage of it, that's fine, but the CPAs took advantage of it and went skiing and stuff for the first time in years. At tax time, it was hard to get a hold of anybody. Not saying that they're slackers or that they don't deserve time off, or that it was industry-wide, but a lot of the CPAs that I had to deal with were suddenly, mysteriously, not all that available at this time. So it was a real crunch to get everything done. And it just was, I just feel like I've been running and gunning for the last 6 months. And today I woke up with a sense of everything being back in a more normal, manageable rhythm, and that I can breathe a sigh of relief. And I know that I'm more relaxed because I'm having a lot of new ideas for writing, a lot of creative ideas. So I know that part of my brain is getting freed up from the problem solving it's usually tied up with this time of year. So these are all very, very beautiful developments. I'm very, very excited about it. Yeah. So today we're headed up Laurel Canyon because it's a Tuesday, and I'm going to work with that client, and then I'm going to come home and try and wrap up. I've got 2 clients. I'd like to see if I could wrap one of them up today. That would be such a huge relief. But in the course of this whole process, I've realized I have some, just by life circumstance, developed some skills, some knowledge that I think I can package up, and I can reconceptualize how I offer the bookkeeping services that I do. So, I was talking about it with a friend of mine, and she has started a new side gig. She's a marketing strategist and specialist. And when I told her what I was thinking, she generously offered to help me launch this new approach that I'm planning. And I'm feeling very calm and very confident. I'm feeling like I have an enormous amount of work to do to get this off the ground. But I'm not feeling overwhelmed about it because, I've got somebody I can check in with and say, am I right to be focusing on X, Y, and Z? Am I right to let this sit to the side? It's good to have somebody like that to check in with, because I've just been doing this freelance, kind of flying by the seat of my pants. Just been fine. I'm alive. I have what I need. I'm surviving. My goal is to move past surviving and get to thriving. I'm okay with the inconsistencies that you experience as a gig worker. You just kind of find a rhythm with it. I just know that for me personally, I'm not really built for corporate America, the regular 9-to-5 kind of stuff. Not that I can't do 9-to-5, but I'm not a regular person. I ask inconvenient questions, and I don't see the point of, moving forward without examining the angles. So, and the office politics. Oh my God, office politics. Can we all just get over it? So, I don't know. I know I'm a little on the direct side of things, and that, sometimes I can ask a question that feels like a punch in the nose. It's not my intention to punch anybody. I just want to understand what the fuck we're doing. That's what I want to know. Is this a productive use of everybody's time? So here I am about to launch something that I think may turn my business into a 9-to-5 situation. But I think it will also give me the opportunity to be able to have a few employees to help even things out and share the burden. Get a hold of yourself, ma'am. Oy, oy, oy. And offer very consistent service to my clients. And not that I've been inconsistent, but when it all falls on just your shoulders, you can't go on vacation really very reliably. God forbid you get sick and need a week off. It becomes very burdensome to put it all on one person. But I've been nervous about just hiring somebody at the level that I am at. But with this, if I restructure how I do things, it would create an income flow that would allow me to pull in a couple of other people and expand things. So I'm very excited. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that unfolds. I don't really have a timeline right now. I've been given one piece of homework from my friend, which is I have to do a SWOT, which is SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And I can see the S and the O very, very clearly. Where I'm going to have to get honest with myself is the W's and the T's. And I think, I've got a friend who she's in Al-Anon, and she's been in Al-Anon for more than 10 years, and she's never gotten past step 4. And I think step 4 is the one where you evaluate your weaknesses, you evaluate your shortcomings. And she used to complain about it to me, and I said, just put a period at the end of the sentence and move on to step 5, because in my opinion, having never done 12 steps, just because you get through 12 steps once doesn't mean you don't start over at the beginning and redo it. I think it's something that you reiterate every time you finish, because you can go deeper and learn new things. I watch a lot of self-improvement stuff on YouTube, and there's a couple people. I really like David Bayer. I really like him a lot. And he had a video recently where somebody complained that he just keeps saying the same thing over and over again. And there is some repetition. Let's be honest about it. There is some repetition. But people go to church every week. The Easter Sunday happens once a year. What do? You say, oh no, I've already seen an Easter sermon, I'm not going again? I know. No, we've already done Christmas. You don't get another Christmas tree. I don't think so. You keep revisiting these things because every Sunday or every Saturday, if you do Sabbath, you learn something new, even though you're referencing old texts. And it's about expanding yourself through study and growing through really listening, because sometimes you'll hear something one way, and then the next day you'll hear it a totally different way. It's the same words, totally different way. And I think, to me, that's the poetry of living. That's what life is about. So I highly recommend David Bayer. I don't know where I was going with this. Self-improvement. I was watching YouTube. Well, listen, I love you guys. I have 17 subscribers. Woohoo! 17. I'm very, very happy that you're here and that you've decided to be my internet friend. And the likes, I get a like, and it puts me over the moon. It's ridiculous. I'm a grown ass woman. I should not care. But I think what I care about is it's evidence that somebody has connected with what I'm saying. It's not that I'm taking it as a personal, oh, you like me personally. It's maybe I've said something helpful or interesting or educational or inspiring. The idea that maybe I made your life a little better. That feels good. That feels good. And it feels good that, we're taking advantage of this wonderful age we live in, where we can connect with people across great distances. I think often, here we go, let me switch this around. I think often about the days where somebody would get on a train on the East Coast, kiss their mother goodbye, and head out to the Wild West, and the likelihood of them seeing their mother again is slim to none. We live in an age where we may never see each other. We may never personally interact, but we can have these moments of connection because of the internet, because of YouTube, because of social media. Look how beautiful today is. This is Los Angeles. It's so pretty. So blue and so green. So I don't know what you're going to do with your day today. I don't know what things you're going to do to improve your life and do something wonderful. I hope that you're doing something where you get likes and subscribes, even if they're just on a psychic or social level. I hope you feel appreciated for what you do. And if you don't feel appreciated, I hope you're able to make adjustments that enable you to find a better situation or change the story. I feel like this camera is crooked. So, yeah. Let's just, we obviously know that I have not figured out how to put music in these videos yet. So just imagine some nice music to go with all these beautiful trees and winding roads. Upset about, but I could hear him in the car from him yelling at whoever with his little Steve Zissou hat. It's a very nice folding lounge chair. It's so heavy, but I've got it in there in case I ever wind up in a camping type situation, and I can sleep in that chair because it does lay out almost flat. I don't know what these people are doing, because I didn't have the green arrow. But I don't know. I hate camping, by the way. So it's really in case of, I guess, evacuation. I don't. If camping would work for me if they had hot running water, then I'm way more into it. The rest of it I can deal with. Sleeping on the ground, cooking on a fire, bugs, strange rustling outside your tent in the middle of the night. I can handle all of that. I just don't like cold showers. I do like running water. I like a flushing toilet. Those are things I appreciate.